Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Children, today is a very special day. For many people, they consider today or yesterday as a very special day to start something new and change their life too. And they consider the beginning of the year as a auspicious day, as a good day. People wear new clothes, buy new clothes, paint their houses, and bless each other by saying a Happy New Year. So we should honestly learn the way to have a blessed year and to how to bless another person for a new year. Remember, children, for the Buddhist, the new year is falling on the Vesak day. That is the Buddha's birth, enlightenment, and the Mahaparinibbana, the passing away of the Buddha. January 1st is the day something special for the Christians. Since that is the normal calendar used in all the countries, all of us, we consider January 1st as a very special day and a starting of the year. So we should always live. Every day should be spent like we are spending the first day of the year. The first day of the year we greet everyone. Some people, if they had grudges and misunderstandings, they try to avoid them and start a new year. But that mentality should be there throughout the year, not only on the first day of the year. So, and some people on the 31st, December 31st, they get drunk and they start the year in a very bad way. So, y'all are wise children. When you gradually grow up, give up all these bad habits and try to live mindfully throughout the year. So, in today's sermon, we'll learn how to live mindfully throughout the year. So, first of all, let's go for refuge to Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha and observe the 5 precepts. And then start the new year in a very peaceful way. And then remember that our new year is falling on the Vesak full moon Poya day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Dutiyampi sanghaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saranang gacchāmi. Tatiyampi Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. To observe the 5 precepts, say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. I follow these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, and to realize the Four Noble Truths. In this Gautama Buddha's dispensation, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, now let's do Theravada Vandana. Iti piso bhagavarahang samma sambuddho Vijjacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sata deva manusanang buddho bhagavati swakato bhagavata dhammo Sanditiko akaliko ehi passiko panaiko paccatang veditabbo vinyohiti supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho ujjupatipanno bhagavato Savaka Sangho Nyaya Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Samichi Patipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Yadidan Chattari Purisa Yugani Atta Purisa Puggala Esa Bhagavato Savaka Sangho Ahuneyo Pahuneyo Dakkineyo Anjali Karaniyo Anuttarang Punyaketang Lokasati Vandami cetiyang sabbang sabbatanesu patittitam saririka dhatu mahabodhing buddha rupang sakalang sada yassa mule nisinnova Sabbari vijayang aka patto sabbang yutang satta vande tang bodhipadapang ime ete mahabodhi lokanatena pujita aham pite namassami bodhi raja namatute sadhu sadhu sadhu. Say after me. My great teacher Gautama Buddha, beside the river Neranjara, at Buddha Gaya, seated under the Bodhi tree, purified the body, speech and mind, even in secrecy, did not commit any misdeeds, guarded sense faculties, controlled sense faculty. My Supreme Buddha realized the Dhamma without anyone's help, obtained supernatural powers, developed great virtue, concentration and wisdom, followed the noble path, the noble eightfold path, achieved true happiness, understood all worlds, and escaped from all worlds. Became a great teacher for taming others, became an incomparable teacher for taming others with great abilities. The Blessed One became a great teacher for gods and humans, taught the sublime Dhamma for realization. Sadhu, sadhu. My Buddha became a Bhagava. My homage to Gautama Buddha. My homage to the relics of the Buddhas. My homage to the Jaya Sri Mahabodhi tree. My homage to the noble Dhamma. My homage to the noble Sangha. Sadhu, sadhu. The Blessed One obtained all these qualities. The Buddha became a Bhagava. The Buddha became a Bhagava. The Buddha became a Bhagava. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, Theravada Saranai. Let's pay homage to the Buddha 3 times and start the Dhamma Sermon. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya, and may our homage be to our Pingvat, Lokaswamin Vahansa. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear children, how should we start the year? How should we live throughout the year? And how should we live peacefully? To live with loving kindness and with less problems. Children, remember, this human life is a mixture of happiness and suffering both. This human life is a mixture of praise and blame both. And gains, losses, both we should experience. We will have to experience. We will have to go through. We can't avoid losses. And happiness and suffering both we experience in life. We can't avoid that. And also fame and infame. All those things we have to face. The solution is facing those vicissitudes, changes in life with a confident mind. Gains, losses, praise, blame, happiness, suffering, fame and infame. So when we face these changes, these moments in life, when we get gains, we become proud, intoxicated. When we lose, we get upset. So when you get gains, if you can now through the Dhamma, if you can think that gains are impermanent, your mind will not be affected. And when you lose, yet you can keep your mind unaffected. So when people are praised, they get overjoyed. And once they are blamed, they can't take it. They can't bear it. So happiness, suffering, and also fame and infame. So throughout the year, try to have a strong determination to face these 8 vicissitudes. 8 vicissitudes with a confident mind. The secret is knowing and understanding things as they really are. And expecting all these moments with a neutral mind, with a strong mind. The secret, once again, you should understand that things that we are experiencing and the things around us, what we receive and what we lose, are impermanent. If something is impermanent, that is subjected to suffering. If something is subjected to suffering, that is not under our control. When you know these three things, impermanent, and things are subjected to suffering, and things are not under our control, if you know these three things, we can live happily. Our minds will not get covered with sadness, sorrow, and fear. Fear, when we are frightened, we get trembled. We can't concentrate on something properly. So throughout the year, try to live like a lotus leaf that is untouched by water. Take a lotus leaf and do this experiment. I have told this many times. Try to be like a net, which wind can pass through a net. Water will pass through a net. So let people scold you. Don't get stuck. Don't let your mind get stuck with the scolding. So the advice for the beginning of the year is try to be like Mahamevnawa. Try to be like Godsakkha when he was in the human world. Let's take some examples of Godsakkha in his past lives. Godsakkha, he used to clear places, forests and places with plants and grass and places that cannot be used at all. So he used to clear those areas and make holes, Dhamma holes, and places for people to stay. And even he wanted to make something for himself. When people came and asked him, can I have this bare land? Without a second thought, he gave it to those people. Then he goes to another place to clean another area, to build something. Then someone will ask him, can I have this? Without a second thought, he gives. Then he goes to another place. Who's going now? Godsakkha in a past life as a human being. Then he goes to another place with his friends and he clears another area to build something. Then again someone will come to him and ask, can I have this land? He gives it. Now see, when people came to him, when people asked things from him, he never thought, oh, how many times I've gave, how many times I've cleared lands, why people are only asking from me. What is this? How many times I cleared lands? Why people are only asking me? Why such thoughts did not come to his mind? Because he was living with the mind of gaining merit. He never let unwholesome thoughts to cover his mind. He never thought that, oh, what is this? How many times I cleared a land? How many times I gave people? He thought, oh, this is another opportunity for me to gain a merit. If he had to do something continuously again and again for the sake of others, he thought those each and every occasion as an opportunity to gain a merit. We think, oh, I lost my time in vain. What will be there for me? I wasted my time, my energy. Why people are doing this to me? Those are the thoughts that makes us unhappy and get angry. A person who practices generosity has a very special quality. That quality is he is suitable to ask. People can go and ask him anything. He knows that I'm suitable for people to come and ask anything from me. Children, one day a Devata came to the Buddha. A Deva came to the Buddha and asked, Blessed One, how come these monks look very pleasant, appealing? There are monks, they are not fair or tan, their skin color is very dark, but why do they look very appealing, very pleasant? Then the Buddha replied like this. The Blessed One said, the monks don't worry about the past. Why? They live a virtuous life. They have abstained from evil. Then nothing to worry about the past, because whatever you do in the present will go to the past. And then the Buddha said, monks do not dream about their future, because since they are following the Noble Eightfold Path, they know about their future very well. So they don't have to dream about their future. Lay people keep on worrying about their past because they don't have a virtuous life. And they dream about their future. They dream on their future. Why? They don't follow the Noble Eightfold Path. They don't know what will happen to them in the future. A person who practices good qualities, he knows his future very well. He knows about this life and the future worlds and the future births as well. A person who does not know about good and bad, he will worry about his past and the future both. So the best way to look beautiful, handsome, and then live happily, look appealing, look pleasant, is by not worrying about the past and not dreaming on the future. Practice that whole year. Practice this throughout the year. The secret is be virtuous. And then practice dana and then meditate. Nothing to worry, children. Whatever the advice given to the monks, it's all equal to the lay people as well. So, the Blessed One taught this wonderful advice. Now we should practice this. This advice was given 2600 years ago. Yet the advice can be practiced. Akaliko. This Dhamma is timeless. So, then God Sakka, in his past lives, he had friends. He made the uneven places in the roads, he made them even. And all the branches, the trees that were fallen and covering the roads and blocking the roads, the trees that are blocking the roads, the branches that are blocking the roads, he cleared them. He was not waiting for the government to do that. He was not waiting for the ministers to do that. He did that as a merit, not to become popular also, just for the sake of gaining merit. And he did not get angry for any reason. Now see, children, God Sakka, when people came to him and asked the lands he cleared, he did not generate bad thoughts. Without generating bad thoughts, he thought, okay, this is another opportunity for me to gain merit. Because this body can be used again and again to do good deeds. Like your parents, they earn money continuously. It's always our bad thoughts block our good deeds. Even the body is ready to do something, the mind is not ready. Now imagine God Sakka cleared a land. If he had to give it to another person, God Sakka in past life, the youth mugger, he would clear another land because he's still fine. At least he can make his friends to do that. So the body is ready to do something, but the mind is not ready. Why? The mind is covered with greediness. If the mind is not covered with greediness, if the mind is not covered with hatred, if the mind is not covered with jealousy, remember, we can make use of this body to do good deeds as much as possible. That's another secret for this year. And throughout the year, children, when you gather as a family or with your relatives and with your friends, don't talk about others' faults. Try to always talk about the good things that other people have done. Avoid talking others' faults. Try to see good in others and talk good things that other people have done when you get together. That's another advice for the whole year. Live like God's Saka. He respected parents. He took care of parents. He respected elders. He abstained from evil speech. So, and finally, he became a leader for two worlds. Now, we don't have a wish to become God's Saka. At least have a wish to live happily in this life. The secret is good qualities. Remember, what's the secret? Living a virtuous life and developing and cultivating wholesome qualities. If not, we will live this human life, we will live in this world, but like what? Like dry bamboo sticks. What's the nature of dried bamboo sticks? We will live like that. We will live like a dead body. We will live like a cemetery. The nature of a cemetery is very fearful, disgusting. A lot of people cry in a cemetery. So don't be a cemetery in this year. Be like a divine being. Have qualities of Brahmas. Brahmas has enormous loving kindness, compassion, and mudita. They rejoice in others' development, no jealousy, and equanimity. Even others talk to you in a good way or in a bad way, have equanimity. Practice loving kindness like water. Like the nature of water is, water cleanses good people and bad people both. And have an aim for your life. A life that does not have a proper aim is like a broken ship in the middle of the ocean. The people in a broken ship will not know the proper direction to go. Even if they know the direction, they can't go. Why? The ship is broken. So don't be like a broken ship. Have a proper aim. Have a proper hope of purifying the mind throughout the year. Try to be free from lust, anger, and delusion. Try to become a disciple of the Supreme Buddha. It's always that our thoughts decide our happiness and sadness both. For an example, if someone scolds you, if you are feeling upset like for 3-4 days or for a long time, that's because we are thinking about the scolding. After someone make you upset, usually we think about that incident again and again and feel upset and sad. So don't develop bad thoughts. Recognize the good thoughts and bad thoughts and abandon the bad thoughts. Don't become slaves of bad thoughts throughout the year. Struggle with your bad thoughts. Fight against the bad thoughts and try to have a mind full of good thoughts. Good thoughts are practicing loving kindness, thinking the Buddha's qualities, seeing good in others, thinking the impermanence nature, recalling the disgusting nature of our bodies, seeing this body as elements, then recollecting the qualities of the Dhamma, recollecting the qualities of the Sangha, then thinking of the good deeds you have done, respecting and always being grateful to people, to your parents, to the Sangha. So throughout the year, practice all these qualities. Have a strong determination to fight against with your bad thoughts and have a strong determination that I will not maintain and let my mind to develop bad thoughts, but to develop good thoughts. And may you have a good year. May you have a blessed life throughout the year, and may you be well and happy and practice the Buddha's teachings. Don't worry about the past. Don't dream on the future. And realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Children, today you are going to watch a special video about 7 wives. So the girls in the future, one day if you get married and if you don't become a nun, you should avoid the bad qualities of a bad wife and develop good qualities. And the boys also should learn the qualities of a great wife, of a good wife. And then a boy should be able to teach their wives in the future how to live properly and to recognize a good wife. The boys should be able to recognize a good wife. And one more thing. Now you should invite your parents, both mother and father, to watch this video and then live in harmony throughout the year. So you all should help each other, share the Dhamma, and live in peace throughout the year. So before we go to the special video, we will play a nice song about Arahant Mahinda, and then after that is over, get together with the whole family and watch the video about the 7 wives. Okay. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai.
සිහල රට නම් අමදින් තෙමා සුව සලසන ලෙසින් වැඩිසේක නිල් නුඹ තලෙන් වැඩිසේක නිල් නුඹ තලෙන් අපේ අනුබුදු මිහිඳු මාහිමියෝ අපේ අනුබුදු මිහිඳු මාහිමියෝ මෙහි වැඩි බුදුන් පුදා නාසපු සල්මලින් තුන්වරක් මෙහි වැඩි බුදුන් පුදා නාසපු සල්මලින් වෙන්කලෝ මේ සිහල දීපය ඔබ නිසාමයි මිහිඳු හිමි සඳුනේ මිහිඳු හිමි සඳුනේ මුනි ධාතුන් ලබාදී උතුම් සම්බුදු බණ කියාදී බෝධි මුනි ධාතුන් ලබාදී උතුම් සම්බුදු බණ කියාදී සිහල නාමය තිලොවරැන්දු ඔබය අපගේ දෙවැනි බුදු හිමියන් දෙවැනි බුදු හිමියන් සිහල රට නම් අමදින් තෙමා සුව සලසන ලෙසින් වැඩිසේක නිල් නුඹ තලෙන් වැඩිසේක නිල් නුඹ තලෙන් අපේ අනුබුදු මිහිඳු මාහිමියෝ අපේ අනුබුදු මිහිඳු මාහිමියෝ සියලු රුපුසෙන් එඩි මැඩන් දිනා නැගිටින සිංහලුන් නාද කළ විට සිහනදින් රාව දෙන්නේ ඔබේ මහාභිමානයයි
What kind of a wife do you want? The first wife would go to a bad destination. She steals her husband's hard-earned money and spends it on unnecessary things. She stresses her husband by saying he doesn't earn enough and fights with him, saying he's poor and doesn't have money. She is like a thief and is called a chora baryava. The second wife who would go to a bad destination, she always has wicked thoughts towards her husband. She ill-treats him. She keeps thinking about other men. She cheats on her husband with other men. She ruins her husband's wealth and talks to him disrespectfully. She's called a wife of torture, a vadaka baryava. The third wife who would go to a bad destination, she doesn't do household chores. She doesn't help the husband or children with their work. She is lazy and gets work done by others. She makes others cook delicious foods and enjoys them. She bitterly controls everyone with harsh words and harshly controls everything that her husband earns. She is like a dame and is called an Arya Bharyava. The first wife who would go to heaven, she acts decently in front of her husband. She avoids unnecessary jokes. She doesn't talk back to her husband. She isn't stubborn. She lives with shamefulness. She listens well to her husband. She cares for her husband just as a sister cares for her own brother. She is like a sister and is called a Bhagini Bharyava. The second wife who would go to heaven, she is kind to her husband, children and relatives and treats them like a mother would. She sparingly uses the money her husband earns and doesn't waste it. She is like a mother. She is called a Matru Bharyava. The third wife who would go to heaven, even though her husband abuses her, she doesn't feel any anger towards him. She doesn't cultivate any ill will towards him. She bears all the abuse without an angry mind. She doesn't have any hatred towards her husband. She listens to her husband. She is like a handmaiden. She is called a Dasi Bharyava. The fourth wife who would go to heaven, when her husband comes back after going somewhere as if seeing a friend after a long time, she treats him with delight. She loves the family and leads a virtuous life. She is very devoted. She is like a friend. She is called a Saki Bharyava.
Namo Buddhaya. Dear children, now we have come to the session of chanting Pirith. So today we thought of chanting the Mora Pirith. So the Bodhisattva Peacock's prayer for protection. So let's chant the Mora Piritha. If you have the Mahamevnawa Paritha chanting book, please take it to your hand. Don't keep on the floor. Keep it in your hand and chant the Mora Piritha. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Udetayang chakkhumāeka rāja harissavanno patavipabhāso tantang namassāmi harissavannang patavipabhāsang tayajja gutta viharemu divasang. The sun, the one king with eyes, rises, spreading golden rays and illuminating the great earth. I pay homage to you. The sun spreading golden rays and illuminating the great earth, guarded today by you. May I live through the day. Ye brahmana veda gu sabba dhamme te me namo te cha mam palayantu. Namathu buddhanang namathu bodhiya namo vimuttanang namo vimuttiya. Those arahants who are knowers of all truths, I pay homage to them. May they keep watch over me. Homage to the liberated ones. Homage to the fourfold enlightenment. Homage to the liberated ones. Homage to their liberation. Imang so paritang katva moro charati esana. Having made this protection, the Bodhisattva peacock sets out in search of food. Apetayang chakkhumāeka rāja harissavanno patavipabhāso tantang namassāmi harissavannang patavipabhāsang tayajja gutta vihare muratting. The sun, the one king with eyes, descends spreading golden rays and illuminating the great earth. I pay homage to you. The sun spreading golden rays and illuminating the great earth, guarded today by you. May I live through the night. Ye brahmana veda gu sabba dhamme te me namo te cha mam palayantu. Namattu buddhanang namattu bodhiya namo vimuttanang namo vimuttiya. Those arahants who are knowers of all truths, I pay homage to them. May they keep watch over me. Homage to the enlightened ones. Homage to the fourfold enlightenment. Homage to the liberated ones. Homage to their liberation. Imang so paritang katva moro vasam kappaiti Having made this protection, the Bodhisattva peacock lived happily. Etena saccena suatti hotu. By this truth may there be well-being. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Now, dear children, this is a time for you to hear and see the good deeds done by other children. So, write us and send us your good deeds to Mirror of Dhamma program. The telephone number and the email address will appear on the screen. So, write to us, send us your good deeds, share your good deeds with us, and we will show it to the world for you to gain a lot of merit. So now, I'll be handing over the program to Dinu Daham Puta and Devanga daughter. Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai.
Namo Buddhaya. You have now come to the Good Deeds session where we read and watch the good deeds done by children all around the world. My name is Dinu Daham and today I'm here with Devanga.
Namo Buddhaya. My name is Devanga and today we'll be watching the good deeds done by Amasha Upasika, Ariana Upasika, Netini Upasika, and Tavisha Upasika.
The first meritorious deed was done by Amasha Upasika. She has sent a video of how to make Chatumadura. Let's see the video she sent.
Namo Buddhaya. Today I will show you how to make Chatumadura. Chatumadura is made out of 4 things, namely butter, jaggery, ghee oil, and bee honey. Chatu means 4 and Madura means sweet. As you know, when observing Sil, there is a precept called abstaining from eating at improper times. Improper times mean from 12 noon to dawn of the next day, about 5:30 a.m. When you observe the 8 precepts, you can't take any types of food during the time period. Ordinated disciplines of the Supreme Buddha, monks and nuns protect the precepts throughout their whole life, even if they feel sick and become weak. They don't take any food after 12 noon, nearly 18 hours. Our great teacher, Supreme Buddha, has proclaimed that disciples can take Chatumadura after noon. Those who are sick or physically weak. It doesn't come under food. It gives a little bit of strength during that time that helps them to practice the Dhamma and is actually like a good medicine. The lay disciples also can take Chatumadura when they observe the 8 precepts, but the intention of taking Chatumadura when observing Sil should not be fulfilling the hunger. You can make Chatumadura and offer to the Supreme Buddha in the evenings to Pinot Swamnahansa as well. You can also take it when observing Sil. I share all my merits with Pinot Swamnahansa and all the other Swamnahansas and Mahamevnawas. May you realize the Four Noble Truths in this ultimate Buddha's dispensation. Now let's watch the video of how to make Chatumadura. Namo Buddhaya. The ingredients you will need is 250 grams of jaggery. Make sure it's grated like this. Unsalted butter, ghee oil, and honey. Now turn the flame on and add the butter and jaggery. Make sure you have adult supervision. Mix them together. Until it gets melted. Turn the flame off and add 1 tablespoon of ghee oil. Now you mix it. Now put it into a bowl. Now we're going to offer this to the Supreme Buddha. Namo Buddhaya.
Many merits to Amasha Upasika for sending this video to teach other Dhamma friends how to make Chatu Madhura. We should all follow the Chatu Madhura recipe and offer it to the Supreme Buddha. If you have any photos of any meritorious actions, you could send them to our email address which will appear on the screen. We will all rejoice to your good deeds.
The next meritorious deed was done by Arahant Upasika. She has sent us a beautiful drawing of our great teacher, the Supreme Buddha. Let's see the picture she drew. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many merits to Arahant Upasika, who is just 7 years old, for sending us this amazing drawing. She is such a good role model to a lot of other kids, so they can also do amazing meritorious deeds. We should all do good deeds just like Arahant Upasika has done. We rejoice in your merits.
The next meritorious deed was done by Netini Upasika. She has sent a video of how to make a candle at home. Let's see the video she sent.
Namo Buddhaya. Today I will show you how to make a candle to offer to Supreme Buddha. Let's see the ingredients we'll need. You will need some wax pellets. I've got about 300 grams, a wick and a wick holder, a wooden stirring stick, a heat-proof container to melt the wax in, the container you're using to make the candle, and some fragrance. I've got cherry blossom. We need to put all the wax into the heat-proof container. For the next step, you need a parent to help you. Boil some water and carefully put the container filled with wax inside. Then, wait until the wax melts. Stir carefully until the wax dissolves. Once the wax has completely melted, it should look like this. There should not be any clots left in it. Ask an adult to help you take it out of the boiling water. Leave it to cool before adding the fragrance. Now that the wax has cooled down, I'm going to add a few drops of fragrance and stir it evenly. Before adding the melted wax, we need to secure the position of the wick. As you can see, a popsicle stick with a hole in the middle does the job. Now, I'm going to carefully pour the fragranced wax into the container. Now you need to secure the place of the wick with the popsicle stick. Wait for a little while for the wax to set. Once the wax has set, you can take off the popsicle stick. Now we are going to cut the wick. Leave about 2 centimeters and cut it off. Now we are going to offer it to Lord Buddha.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Many merits to Nathani Upasika for sending this video of how to make homemade candles. May everyone make a homemade candle and offer it to the Supreme Buddha. This will encourage other kids to make different things and send a video to Mirror of Dhamma.
You can also create short 1 to 2 minute presentations about any Dhamma topic or any meritorious deed you have done. You can then send them to our email address. The last meritorious deed was done by Tavisha Upasika. She has sent us an amazing presentation about 2 Dhammapada stanzas. Let's watch the presentation she sent.
Dhammapada verses 3 and 4 by Tavisha. Dhammapada verse 3.
Akkochiman avadhiman ajiniman ahasime yetan upanai hanti verante san nasammati.
He abused me, he attacked me, he defeated me, and he robbed me. Those who harbor such thoughts will never end their hatred. Dhammapada verse 4.
Akkochiman avadhiman ajiniman ahasime yetam na upanai hanti Veran tesu pasammati.
He abused me, he attacked me, he defeated me, and he robbed me. Those who do not harbor such thoughts will end their hatred. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Theruvan Saranai. Namo Buddhaya.
Many merits to Tavisha Upasika for making and sending this gorgeous presentation. We learned about 2 Dhammapada stanzas, teaching us which thoughts not to harbor so we can end our hatred. Today we watched many good deeds done by children all around the world. May you also have the opportunity to send your good deeds to our email address.
These meritorious deeds will help us to propagate the Dhamma and teach others to do meritorious deeds as well. We rejoice in your good deeds. The whole world rejoices in them too. May all of us have the opportunity to realize the 4 noble truths in the Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Theruvan Saranai. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya, Theruvan Saranai. Now we have come to the merit sharing session. During the merit sharing session, we bless the whole world. We share merit with all the Devas, that is to seek protection from Devas. And then we share merit with all our departed relatives. After our relatives die, the only way we can help them, if they are in a suitable place to get our support, the only way we can help them is by doing merit and by sharing merit with the departed relatives. And then we share merit with our teacher Lokuswamin Mahansa and with all the monks and nuns in the whole world. And then parents get the chance to bless their sons and daughters. Sons and daughters get the chance to bless their parents, uncles, aunties, grandparents, and their friends. So this session is extremely dedicated to practice gratefulness. So first of all, let's share merit with all the Devas. Today's program is sponsored by a family from Melbourne, Australia, Nihal Kumar Singh and Chamali Hettiarajji, the mother and father, and they wish to bless their son. Then first and foremost to our teacher Lokuswamin Mahansa and to the monks of Mahamevnawa Buddhist Monastery. And then they wish may the whole world be free from this corona pandemic and may everyone be well and happy. So first of all, let's share merit with Devas. May all the Devas rejoice in this merit. By the power of this merit, may all the Devas be able to develop the 5 Sekabala, and may all the Devas protect us from this corona pandemic, and may all the Devas realize the Dhamma, realize the Buddha's teachings in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may all the departed relatives of Nihal Kumar Singh and Chamali Hettiarajji and Asal Kumar Singh Putas, all the departed relatives and all the departed relatives of all of us rejoice in this merit, giving the gift of Dhamma to the whole world. And may all the departed relatives rejoice in all our merit. Now you could be offering dana, and we are also offering dana to the Sangha these days. We prepare food for the Sangha. We organize after people bring food, we nicely organize the food, keep in a place and offer the dana to the Mahasangha, since the devotees can't come inside the monastery and serve food. So monks do that, and we also gain merit by offering dana to Mahasangha these days. So may all that merit be shared with all the departed relatives, and may they be well and happy, have happiness and escape from suffering as soon as possible. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may our teacher Pingwat Lokuswamin Mahansa and Pingwat Bodhidhamma Swamin Mahansa, Pingwat Vijitavansa Swamin Mahansa, and all the monks and nuns of Mahamevnawa Buddhist monasteries be well and happy, have happiness, have long life, well-being, comfort, and realize the Four Noble Truths fully in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may everyone in this world who's suffering from corona virus, and everyone who's affected by this virus, and in terms of family problems, and then some wives has become widows, and some mothers has become widows, and then some fathers has lost their wives. So people are living in stress, with so much stress and suffering. Some people have lost their jobs, and some people have become homeless. So this pandemic has really affected people a lot. So let's bless everyone. May everyone who's suffering right now, and may all the doctors, nurses, everyone be well and happy. And by the power of this merit, the monks of Mahamevnawa Buddhist Monastery are chanting the Ratana Sutta, and even the other monks from other temples and monasteries are chanting the Ratana Sutta and blessing everyone. And even lay people are doing it. So by the power of all the good deeds done by the Buddhist people all around the world, by the power of that merit, may everyone be well and happy. May we be able to get back to our normal routine and get back to the normal way of living, and start going to schools and spend our life peacefully. And may everyone be well and happy and realize the Buddha's teachings and escape from these sufferings forever by realizing the Buddha's teachings and by attaining Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And also, may Asel Kumara Singha Puta, the parents, Nihal Kumara Singh and Chamali Hettiarachchi's son, the loving son, they bless their son for a successful schooling and good health. May that son get protected very well in terms of Dhamma, by the Dhamma, and also physically. And may he have good health. And may Nihal Kumar Singh Mahatma and Chamali Hettiarachchi Mahatmya be well and happy, have happiness, have long life, well-being. May their family members, relatives, and grandparents and everyone living in Australia, all the devotees connected to the Mahamevnawa Buddhist monastery, and everyone living in Australia be well and happy, have happiness, and may all their good thoughts come true, and realize the Buddha's teachings, realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And may everyone who donate for the Shraddha TV on monthly basis and also program wise rejoice in this merit, and by the power of this merit may they be well and happy, have happiness, good health, well-being, comfort, and may they develop Sekabala and be born among Devas and realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya. Theruvan Saranai.